The Galactic Senate mocked Earth, until a single human ship turned their armada to ash. The crystalline halls of the Galactic Senate echoed with the chittering laughter of 1,000 species as Ambassador Kethvar of the Zephyrian hegemony concluded his speech. His scaled lips curled into what passed for a smirk among his kind as he gestured toward the small viewing screen displaying a blue-green marble suspended in the void. "Esteemed colleagues," Kethvar's voice resonated through the translation matrices, "I present to you the latest applicant for Senate membership, a species that calls itself human from a backwater world they've named Earth." The chamber erupted in fresh waves of amusement. Senator Vexithala, her 6 arms undulating in rhythm with her mirth, spoke from her position among the arachnoid delegation. "Tell us, Ambassador, what makes these humans believe they deserve a seat among the civilized races of the galaxy?" Kethvar's eyes gleamed with malicious humor. "They claim mastery over their primitive world through something they call determination and ingenuity. Their longest space flight barely reaches their own system's edge. They've managed to split the atom, yes, but they use it to wage war upon themselves. Their technology is laughably crude: chemical rockets and electromagnetic communications." The chamber's laughter intensified. High Counselor Zarthek of the Ancient Dominion, whose species had mastered faster-than-light travel before humans discovered fire, raised a tentacled appendage. "Surely this is some form of jest. What could such primitives possibly offer the Senate?" "Nothing," Kethvar replied with theatrical certainty. "Which is precisely why the hegemony formally moves to reject their application and place their system under protective quarantine. We cannot allow such a violent, backward species to contaminate civilized space." The motion passed unanimously among the 847 member species. Earth's application was denied, their system cordoned off with warning beacons, and the humans dismissed as an evolutionary dead end, but the Senate had made a critical error in their assessment. They had measured humanity by their own standards, failing to understand that while other species had evolved comfortable superiority through technological dominance, humans had evolved through constant struggle against extinction itself. 3. Months after the Senate's decision, long-range sensors detected an anomaly approaching the galactic core. A single ship, unlike anything in the Senate's vast databases, moved through space at impossible speeds. It wasn't using conventional FTL drives or quantum tunneling. It was somehow folding space itself around its hull. Admiral Kyrex of the Combined Fleet received the alert while reviewing defensive positions around the Senate world. The ship's energy signature was off the charts, but its design appeared almost primitive, angular, brutal, built for function over form. "Origin?" Kyrex demanded. "Unknown, sir. The vessel appeared 18 hours ago at the galaxy's rim and has been accelerating toward the core ever since. Current speed suggests arrival in 6 hours." Kyrex's mandibles clicked in thought. "Dispatch the Third Fleet. Standard intimidation protocols." The Third Fleet consisted of 200 of the galaxy's most advanced warships, each one a testament to millennia of military evolution. They formed a blockade formation 3 light hours from the Senate world, their combined firepower capable of sterilizing entire star systems. The unknown ship didn't slow down. Captain Thexara of the flagship Inevitable. Conquest opened communication channels as the vessel approached. "Unknown craft, you are entering restricted space. Identify yourself and prepare to be boarded." The response came in clear galactic standard, spoken by a voice that was unmistakably human. "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the UES Retribution. I'm here to discuss Earth's Senate application." A moment of stunned silence filled the command center. "Impossible," Thexera whispered. "The human system is under quarantine. No ship could have—" "Your blockade," Captain Chen interrupted, "has 30 seconds to move." Thexara's translator struggled with the concept embedded in the human's tone. It was cold, clinical, and completely devoid of fear. "You dare threaten the combined fleet with a single ship?" Not threatening, informing. The timer reached 0. The Retribution didn't fire weapons in any conventional sense. Instead, reality around the Third Fleet began to change. Space itself turned caustic, and the very atoms comprising the Senate's finest warships began experiencing rapid entropy. In less than 3 minutes, 200 vessels and their crews had been reduced to their component particles, leaving only empty space and scattered cosmic dust. The Retribution continued toward the Senate world unimpeded. Emergency sessions convened as every available fleet raced toward the galactic core. The ancient Dominion deployed their reality-warping dreadnoughts. The Crystalline Consortium unveiled their planet-killer artillery platforms. The Psionic Collective sent their mind-destroyer ships crewed by beings capable of liquefying consciousness itself. None of it mattered. The human ship didn't fight these armadas so much as unmake them. It wielded technologies that violated several fundamental laws of physics, controlled singularities that devoured anything within light years, temporal fields that aged enemy vessels into rust and bone in seconds, and most terrifyingly, weapons that seemed to target the very concept of existence itself. By the time the Retribution reached orbit around the Senate world, the combined fleet, the pride of galactic civilization, had been reduced to memory and regret. Captain Chen's transmission reached every communication device on the planet simultaneously. "Honored Senators, I believe there's been a misunderstanding regarding Earth's application." The emergency session convened within hours. Kethvar, his earlier confidence replaced by barely controlled terror, served as primary negotiator. The human appeared via hologram, a small, seemingly fragile biped with dark hair and calm eyes that held depths the galaxy had never seen. "Your application was denied," Kethvar stammered, "due to your species' primitive technology and violent tendencies." Captain Chen's expression didn't change. "Interesting assessment. Tell me, Ambassador, in your species' entire history, how many times have you faced extinction?" That's not relevant. We faced it 6 times that we know of. Ice ages, asteroid impacts, supervolcanic eruptions, plagues. Each time we survived not through superior technology, but through pure, bloody-minded refusal to die." She paused, letting that sink in. "You see, while your species were evolving in comfort, we were evolving in hell, and it made us very, very good at breaking things." High Counselor Zarthek managed to find his voice. What do you want?" "Recognition," Chen replied simply. "Earth's admission to the Senate, full voting rights, and perhaps most importantly, a formal apology for the assumption that strength comes only from technology. The motion to admit Earth to the Senate passed unanimously in record time. As the Retribution departed, leaving behind a galaxy fundamentally changed, Ambassador Kethvar reflected on the day's events. They had mocked humanity for their primitive tools and violent nature, never realizing that in a universe of sophisticated predators, sometimes the most dangerous thing you could encounter was a species that had learned to survive by never, ever giving up. The humans were welcome in the Senate now. The question was whether the Senate would survive being welcomed by the humans.